All right, I got recording going. Here we go, guys. So this is all right. I'm gonna put a different group on here while I talk. I'll let you guys pay attention to my video that's going on here. All right, okay. I'll put a call out. Hello, Dale Brown. This is something I want to see what you do with. You've been around for a bit. I want to see you really get some success. Okay, Dale? Give me a thumbs up, Dale, if you're hearing me. Okay. I have some key people that when I was doing this, and we have a lot of people that attend things, and I can tell you the wheels are going, you're learning. Here goes. This right here is it's why my life's been better. It's the life of a marketer. It's the ability to communicate properly and get what I want and help others get what they want and just have that conversation and create a win-win scenario. Okay, it's so powerful. I call it build relationship and trust, right? And really, it's have a conversation, but it's also having a conversation, being the person that knows it needs to be a conversation, talking to somebody that may or may not know how to communicate well. It's understanding that the person I'm probably talking to comes from a bad environment. The odds of them being in a bad environment versus a good environment is 95 to 5. 95% of the people you're going to talk to come from a bad, broken environment. Now, the ones that aren't in a bad environment, that are looking for a solution and they see this and gravitate to it, you'll know in this because they're going to be very, communicative and they're going to be grateful and thoughtful. But, you got to go at it knowing that you've got to be the strong person and have the posture to control the conversation and do it in the right manner. It's about respect and posture both ways. You've got to be willing to promote what you mean to them. You got to let them know what you mean to them in the conversation we're going to have. Now, the people we're talking to are looking for a way to make extra money. They're looking for a way to better their lives, to create a better environment, right? And they may not fully understand what they're looking for because you don't know what you don't know, but they were at least looking for extra money, and that's usually an opening for other things. Most people are looking for extra money, are looking for extra, they're looking to better their life, not just financially, but in other things. But if your finances are low, it doesn't matter. It's really hard to have a great life without money. I don't care who you are. Happiness is definitely derivative of the abundance you have access to. And that's, financial, love, family, community, everything is equated to that. But if you don't have any money, you can't do almost anything. And that's, and money it's fluid. It's meant to be a conveyance of resources, whether it's thought, resources, ideas. Like no one should be without money. It's just that you had a bad environment that didn't teach you how to get in front of it. Okay, and for whatever reason. But here's the thing is, you're here now learning how to do it. You're going to pay it forward to others. And hopefully that gives you enough to just learn how to do what we call build relationship and trust. So you've done your V marketing. You've got somebody that's responded back. You set an appointment. You're on the phone with them. That's when you go into the BRT. Now, the reason why I brought up Leadstreams.com is I created a training system to teach how to do the BRT and how to do V marketing that we do with RR247, but just around Bella Vita. I just took my third brain for the day. I've had 3 guys. I've been up since 5. And I love that. But here's the thing is this system right here is a system to build around Bella Vita. It's one of our top anchor offers for a reason. Okay. And I'm going to tell you that the product line that we're representing with Bella Vita, the brain, the nootropic with that, the way that works, right? That's a product I take every day, cannot even imagine being without it. Knowing you don't know what you don't know. Now that you know, you got to have it, right? The lean, the weight loss, that's a huge solution for a lot of people, right? To me, that's an idea that I get to share with somebody else on biohacking to make your life better by you can lose weight, feel great, and we get to share it with somebody, right? Well, it's an idea. And if you remember, you can't share an idea with somebody unless you have a conversation with somebody. Otherwise, you're selling. And selling doesn't work. No one likes to be sold to. No one likes to sell. There's a reason you don't like it, because it's not natural. It's not natural. It's like punching somebody in the face. I realize sometimes you want to punch somebody in the face, and sometimes you want to sell something. That's my point, right? I'll say it as it is. Like, you have a person that really aggravates you, right? You know, I grew up with two brothers. I have a brother that I like. Even today, I wanted to punch him in the face sometimes, right? I don't. I want to, right? And you understand that. Well, the same thing with like selling. You have that freaking product, right? You're excited about that product. You know it'll help them. You want to just punch them in the face with it. You want to. You feel like you should, but you know it. But it's not right. It doesn't work. And they're not going to be receptive to it, because they're going to have a wall blocked up. And it's so much better when you have a conversation. So whether I'm trying to share a product or an idea, a product is an idea, or I'm trying to share a way of an opportunity, that's another idea. You've got to have a conversation first. If you don't have a conversation, they're not willing to be open. This is how marketers see it. Marketing is about getting them to understand what's in it for them. Marketing is having a conversation, sometimes a one-way conversation, but a conversation that allows the thought and idea to become part of what they want to do and become their idea. Proper marketing is where they make the decision on their own, because they were presented the idea and it makes sense and they want it in their life. The BRT is the same thing. As a marketer, I see it. I do it. I've done it my whole life. I figured out how to teach others to do it that didn't have the same marketing understanding, techniques, environment, skills, natural talents even. So that's the BRT. This system, Leadstreams.com, I'm going to give you a little bit of background because I think it's important. Leadstreams Marketing was my original marketing company that I formed to do online marketing in 1994. It means a lot to me sentimentally, all right? It's where my lion comes from, all right? And you guys you'll hear about that in later trainings, but Leadstreams means a lot. And I've kept the domain. I've used it to bring in opportunities. And today in life and everything that comes in there, my gratitude to Costa and his mentoring since 2004 and his friendship, more importantly, I was building something and it all was clicking. And I decided to take this and create a vehicle around Bella Vita that we can teach people how to do marketing and teach people how to do the BRT and take the least common denominator of someone looking just to make extra money and an opportunity and show them something and then teach them how to duplicate it. And then obviously we can take them and from there they can enter our entire community. But it's something that you can start an idea with somebody and get them going before you unload the entire wrath of Triple R 247, which is a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in. And this is something that any student can do. And not only can you do it with Bella Vita, but we can do it with Wine Ambassador. And I would just focus on our two top anchors. All right, everybody in Triple R 247 has a fine wines page, and you have a /biohacking page or whatever. Everybody has those. And I'm just going to put this out there. And first, I want to keep it simple. And wine is amazing, and it's educational based. And it's one of those things that the right people it really does well with. And when we do it in the student process, it really makes sense. It's very relevant to marketing. But for a lot of people, it's something they can't get their head wrapped around because they don't understand what true fine wine is yet. So that's okay. But at the same time, if you have the fine wines page and let's say that you represented Bella Vita and they just aren't getting it, and you've done the BRT, you can always open up the door and send them to your fine wines page too. You can always do that. And when you're really good at this and the hard becomes easy, when you're talking to somebody and doing the BRT, and sometimes it's as easy as when you're asking the questions and doing the three topics of conversation, you can always ask them like, hey, do you like wine? Do you drink wine? And if they like that, that's there. You might want to lead with that instead of Bella Vita. That's fine. When I'm reading somebody and I'm listening to them, and this is a skill set that, I was probably born with a lot of it, but I also have honed it in, and I've had great mentors to teach me that. I've learned things such as tonology. how to change my resonance of how I talk so somebody will actually listen to what I say and take it in, how to gain their attention, keep their attention. This is all learned traits, right? Not to mention, passion just overruns me because you guys, I get to do what I was meant to do. Like, that is the most important thing I think anybody can find in their life is your purpose. And so it's going to come out all the time. But, the BRT allows me to find out about a person. It lets me have a conversation and lets me know where they're coming from so that I can get them to listen to an idea or thought. And it's super important. If I just blurt out information, it's punching them in the face. No one likes it. They don't respond to it well. If I have a conversation, now I'm sharing an idea, I'm conveying, I'm excited, I can share what I'm excited about without punching them in the face, and they're going to be more acceptable to listen to it because we're having a conversation and the walls are down. They're allowing their environment to change, and they've had time to feel that I'm a real person telling the truth, and that's what it takes. Okay, so this system here, Leadstreams.com, has it all laid out, and it's also really good because it's going to just teach one thing. It's simple, and it goes through. So when I'm doing V marketing, and if I'm doing this, I'm going to lead with this. Okay, now I'm going to break down some stuff in the marketing and training here in a second and answer some what ifs that people are going to bring up, because ideally anybody in Triple R 247 is going to do everything that we do. If you want everything that I have, you need to do everything that I do to get there. If you want to make the money your instructor is making, because you're gonna be able to make the money from your mentor, and then if you want to make more than your mentor, you're going to need to go to another mentor. That's usually how it works. It's about persistence and resilience. That's why we do things the way it is, right? And that's why I'm constantly on here training you guys. So not everybody wants to be a millionaire. I get that. It's fine. I also get that if you are a millionaire, you can surely help a lot more people than if you're not. It's not about selfish and greed. And, a lot of people say, like, I don't need that to be happy. Well, it's not just about your happiness. Once you learn that true happiness comes from helping others, you might change your mind on how much money you want to have coming in and have resources to. You guys, Tanny and I can fix somebody's situation by writing a check faster than I can by just, giving them a hug. Sometimes you can do that, and it's really nice when you can. You know what we're going to do? We get to write a check for everybody that's willing to accept our help and do the V marketing. And it is awesome, and I'm so glad I get to do it. So yeah, I'm happy I have millions at my disposal. Really happy. I'm not out buying Lamborghinis. I could, absolutely. I get to bestow it on other people. If you guys get to know me, I don't like buying myself stuff. I buy what I need. I get the stuff that's there, but I really like to give to others. It's in my DNA because it makes me happy. And so this is, granted, I like fine things. I mean, you start with the wine. I like a fine cigar. I really like fine food. And to me, it's a reward for doing the stuff there. But you guys, it's also a measurement to myself. I reward myself for doing my goals and helping more people. Anyway, this right here is simplicity that we can teach others with. So it's leadstreams.com, and it's got the opportunity video. So you guys, everybody that's blogging, everybody that's in Triple R 247, you guys already have the presentation video on your biohacking page. You can still use that page and use your PBS and show them that. That's great. But if you don't have a PBS, you bring somebody in and they're not in the Triple R 247 family, they can just use Leadstreams. It's set up for Bella Vita. It's set up as a presentation piece. It's all here. All right. So right here is the opportunity to explain. It's the actual presentation. I'm going to click on it. Here's a presentation. It's a 23-minute presentation that explains the opportunity, explains where you're going to support the leads. It does all the heavy lifting for you, right? You don't have to be a marketer. You just got to have a conversation, share an idea. The idea is I do the presentation, the heavy lifting for you right here, right there. So this right here is where you're going to, let them hear the presentation. Now, this is the idea. I'm not going to punch him in the face with it, though. I'm going to have a BRT first, have a conversation, and then share the idea. So in the Bella Vita, and when they're ready to get going, we have the Bella Vita lead system. The passwords, it's the same as it is for e-marketing. It's love it, LOVIT. And we talk about stuff, and there's the sets to get going. And after they're in, after they sign up in Bella Vita, for instance, they want to build the same way we're building, and they want to be part of the opportunity. They go through here and we teach them how to use Trello and set that up there. And then we give them access to their leads to duplicate. And we have training in here how to work the leads in Google Voice and text now, right? To do the V-marketing. We have everything here to teach them about the BRT and get access to the BRT and the scripts. I'm going to go ahead and open that up. There's a BRT in the script right there. The necessary emails go out, right? And then right here is working the system. Working the system shows them how to set up their template emails on Gmail. And I literally have videos of me taking brand new students and teaching them how to do the V-marketing with Bella Vita. All right, it's all in there. And you guys can go through Leadstreams. The passwords are the same as it is for V-marketing. I made it simple, love it, L-O-V-I-T, L-O-V-I-T. So all roads lead to wine. And when people get involved with Triple R and they see the way of things that we do things, I expect everybody to be doing Wine Ambassador and growing the marketing and the stuff that we do. However, least common denominator, mental health, mental clarity, energy, that resonates with everybody. Easier than the understanding of fine wine. And weight loss, the ability to drop these weight that most people have. We have way more. There are so many fat people, right? My fellow fatties, I know what it's like. I've been struggling with my whole life. Well, after high school life, right? And it's amazing when you have a solution like that. I mean, we all have a sense of vanity. We want to look good. We want to buy clothes that fit better. Everybody does. And if you say you don't, you're a liar. Just own the truth. We all want to look better. Well, when we do this presentation, open things up, the idea of biohacking is so freaking trending. It just works for this. This lines so many people up for success. It's just teaching them how to do the process. That's the BRT. So anyway, this Leadstream system, we can bring anybody in. We don't need to share the whole Triple R 247, career on them, right? And the community. We can get them started with success. And I can tell you this, when the conversation leads to them getting into Bella Vita, and they start doing this and learning how to communicate and better their lives through that and have the opportunity to grow it, they're going to be keen to more ideas. So when you invite them into more, they're going to probably want more. And it goes from this to them getting even more stuff and more access to income streams and the performance blogging system and everything that attaches to it. And it does it in a process that's a lot easier to explain as opposed to everything there, So, not everybody's looking for a solution to make money online with the system. That's great. Those that are, they go right through our student process. But there's all these leads of people that want a way to make extra money and that need a solution that we have an opportunity to be marketing. And we're generating them, and we have them as a plentiful resource that Tanny and I fund for you and fund for everybody you bring in, and it helps create wealth. So we run with it. This is so awesome. So everything's here. You guys can go through this training on your own. I highly recommend it, even just because it's going to teach you the art of the BRT again and again. And once you learn it and it becomes easy from being hard, I promise you so many aspects of your life are going to be better because you're going to understand how to properly have a conversation and listen. I'm teaching you what we should have already learned in our environments that we lost somewhere. It's the reason why marketing people are happy. We know how to communicate with people. We know how to have a communication. We're not punching them in the face and selling them. We're having a communication to share an idea and get them to, and let them see that they need it in their life, they'll buy it. People don't buy things they don't need, but they don't open up to the idea until you have a conversation. This is what people don't understand and why marketing guys are, marketing women too, are all happy about it. Marketing professionals get it. Not everybody's a marketing professional. And the more I've realized that, and I've been teaching that and teaching the instructors on how to convey the ideas and what we do as Triple R 247, I realize if I just simplify it down and we just do it just like with Bella Vita, you guys will all learn how to do this and be successful. And we're going to be able to open up a lot more people to enter our community and we can take the vision bigger. By simplifying it, it gets better. And then we can break down that environmental thing that I know is real that allows us to have that conversation. So we hit the leads, we go through all that stuff. Now the BRT, there's a script to it, right? And instructors all know this. You guys, your instructors have all been trained how to do the BRT. They've all been trained on it in a very bigger, in a larger aspect for, you know, for the whole RR247 and blogging, which is a lot more to explain than just Velabita. They're really good at it. And the reason why I bring that up there is they're the ones that are going to be teaching you how to do this. You know, if it seems like it's hard, have your instructor do them with you. I want them to do like 3 with you. You get the appointments, let them get on with you and do these presentations. I promise you they're there to help. And if they aren't, their instructor that helps them is going to be around. We have a community of instructors to help you with this. And once you understand how to do the BRT, even if you're just to start out by yourself and fall down, it's okay. Tandy and I are going to fund leads for you forever. You will have plenty of people to do it with, and the right ones will do it even if you break down and if you screw it up, because they'll get it. Because doing the BRT is having a conversation, and having a conversation lets you be real people. And there's something about being real that they'll listen to you. So the script is right here. It's broken down, right? And you know, repetition is the mother of all learning. So I will probably cover this BRT process over and over and over again. And as we do the trainings on doing the BRT and helping on the instructing side and everything else, we're going to do them every Saturday. It happens at the same time. It's 11 o'clock Mountain Time, 1 o'clock Eastern, you know, 10 o'clock Pacific, noon Central. We're on for an hour on Saturdays for anybody that needs help doing this, understanding this, whether you're an instructor or just, you know, a student learning how to do the BRT. BRT stands for, again, build relationship and trust. And there's a process to it. And all I tell you guys, it's a system. Don't rearrange things. Try to do it just in order, almost verbatim. Like you can literally just read this and go down. And you know, hello, their first name, this is your first name. Everything here just follow to a T. We're just verbatim. You know, print this out and just go through with it. But you know, you're going to be adding information in Trello. You want to keep track of them. They may not join you today. They may not be ready to listen to the idea and act on the idea today, but they're gonna be willing to listen to it at least, and that's huge. That's what we want. We want them to be open to listen to it. I expect everybody to sign up with it because I know it's an amazing product and it's amazing. I have a very high percentage, but again, you're going to get better as you do it, and the more success you have, the more success you're going to convey. So it's going to start out hard, and then it'll get easier. That's how it'll be for everybody. Don't quit. Just keep doing it. You will get better and better at it. And you've got help to do it. So you're going to go through this introduction with them. You're going to go through things and set the stage. You're going to let them know that you're there to help them. You're going to go through all this. It's verbatim. If you miss anything in here, you're breaking the system. Follow it to the T, right? And then everything in blue is giving you directions on what to do. All right. I'm extremely confident that anybody can make $500 to $2,000 a week doing what we do. Pretty much out the gate. You learn how to do it, you get going. It might take you a couple weeks to get, you know, the balance to it, you know, to get your sea legs underneath you on it. But the commissions we make from the things that we represent and sell and bring, you know, and bring in through the, you know, the marketing we do and the products sell themselves at that point. You know, we take the orders. You know, when marketing is done properly, sales becomes order taking. When you do the BRT and let the idea be shared with them and you give them that video to watch, whether it's here on leadstreams.com or on your /biohacking page or your /fine wines page if you're doing a wine ambassador presentation, the marketing happens in that video. But the marketing is going to work because you got them open to the idea, because you did the BRT and had a conversation. That's why we do it. And so anyway, I feel really confident in the things that are here. That's why I stayed in there. We have people that make way more money than that per week. That's great. We're going to have people making tens of times that more. But starting out, that's what I feel comfortable with. So I put all that there. And I even put the truth here about, you know, more than 3K a week. Here's the reality. The people we're talking to, they don't make that right now. Very few of them make that type of money at all. They'd be in the top 5%. The people we're talking to come from a broken environment. $2,000 to $3,000 a month is about the average that they bring in on a full-time job. We don't need to say we don't need to make income claims at all. But if they want to make that much, we can quantify it, and there's, ways to do it. It will show them there. It's just about how many people they sign up, how big their team grows. It's all based on realities of that. And that's what we do. If somebody wants to do this full time and do the V marketing and do, 2 or 3 BRT sessions with people and introduce them to this, and they're doing it at a great posture and they're doing it the right way, they're going to enroll people. Every time you enroll people, you're making money. It doesn't take a lot of those people to sign up for you to make $500. So it's very real. And even on a part-time basis, it can build up. You guys will see that. And I know it makes sense, but I'm saying I feel comfortable in our script saying that, and that's why. Okay. And so here's your responses based on that. And you'll learn how to do that. And, it's good to set expectations with them. What are you looking to do? There's people that are looking for rainbows and pie in the sky, but, you want to have a set protocol with that and write it down in Trello. I also want to know too, because if they want to make $1,000 a week, I know I need to probably spend some more time with this person, make sure I teach them how to do the BRT, teach them the training, duplicate what I've learned, and push them along more. I just like to know what their expectations are and get to know that. And that's a talking point. That's a common talking point that they came in with. That's the door they came in. So that's where we're going to start. But we need to establish 3 points of conversation. This is just 1 point. It's going to have several questions to it. It's not 3 questions. It's 3 points of conversation. We brought them into a conversation, but we want to have 3 points in the conversation to talk about. 1 point, the money they want to make. That's what we started with. That's what connected them with us. That was the door that they came in through to get connected with us. We prospected them in the B marketing way. They have responded to get on the phone. They're ready to actually do something and have a conversation. In the conversation we have with them, we follow it from top to bottom here. And then after we establish what they want to make in their goals, we have at least 2 more additional conversation points. Maybe we talk about their family and what their family's like. Maybe we talk about their dreams and where they want to go and what they would like to do and what they would like to do with their time. Everybody's going to guide the direction. And when you talk to them, maybe they're looking to retire soon. Why do they want to make the money? What do they want to do with that? Is going to give you the questions to ask them. The more you understand and listen to them, the more they're going to tell you what you want to ask them in the next conversation points. If they're closed up and they don't give you anything to go with, then you can come up with the standard things of, hey, what have you done in your life? Have you ever traveled? Do you like to travel? Where would you like to travel? That's a conversation point. And then listen to them and see where they've gone and hear their experiences. What have you done for work is a conversation. Like, what else have you done for work? Another conversation point. But you want to have at least 3 conversation points. And guys, for me, this is really simple. But I've been a marketer my whole life. I literally, when my mom brought me into this wonderful, glorious world, I was a marketer. I came out with a silver tongue and an understanding. It was a natural talent. Most people don't have that talent. They come with other ones. Well, that's why this is awkward to talk to people, because you came out and you were part of this environment, and the environment was probably a broken environment. And a broken environment is one that doesn't communicate. Ideas aren't free-flowing. When there's free-flowing ideas, abundance happens. So if it's awkward for you, well, that's because it's your environment that made it awkward. You came in this environment to succeed and grow. Allow it to change. And the more your environment changes and allows free-flowing ideas, this part right here, that's technically the hardest part of having a conversation and learning somebody and understanding what they want, their goals and desires and where they want to go, this becomes easier. And not only does it become easier, but when you do other things in your life, they're going to become easier. I'm going to be a while. Can you wait for a sec? Okay, we'll take care of it in a second. All right. It's my daughter, my personal assistant. Okay, because obviously I'm going over. This is awesome. Okay, so this 3 points of conversation is the most important thing to understand. If you don't have at least 3 points of conversation, my stats of working with people suggest that they will not be open to an idea to share with you in order for you to share with them. They will not feel comfortable enough to let you share an idea with them unless you have 3 points of conversation. And I don't care how long it takes. Because if I can't get them in a situation where they're open to an idea, I'm just punching them in the face, and that'll never work. So to make my sharing idea not a punch in the face, I have to establish at least 3 points of conversation. Otherwise, I'm wasting my time. So I'm not going to show them a video that does all the marketing for me. I'm not going to show them an idea until I've done this. Guys, this is where it becomes easy. So I have those 3 points of conversation. Maybe we talk about fishing, things they've done, places they've gone, their kids, you know, and get them to open up and get to know them and listen to them. Take notes. Listen to them. Not be in control and spew out stuff and take over. Listen to them. Let them talk. They'll tell you what you need to know about them. Get to know that person. Take notes. Put it in Trello. That way you can remember when you bring it up again. It's super important to keep notes on guys in Trello, and I'll tell you why. You want to be a good steward of their information and where they want to go. You want to have the information so you can help them best. And because they come from a broken environment, they may get started, they may get going with you, and they may wait, and they may fall off the face of the earth for a while. And when they come back, you don't want to have to start over again, and you want to remember stuff, and that's why the notes are so good. And then you can get right back to where you were to get them going. You can be the best service to them because you kept notes. You're being organized. You're taking the information they trusted you with, and you're using it to help them when they're ready to go. I can't force anybody to eat from the smorgasbord of goodness, but I sure as heck can be ready to help them eat when they're ready. I can sure as heck show them the food they like when they're ready to eat again. That's by keeping notes. So I have people all the time say, Rory, that just takes too long. You don't get it. It takes as long as it needs to take. That person came from a broken environment and they're opening up to you. And if it takes a while, freaking give them the respect. You would want it the same way. Everybody here came through the same process. You wouldn't be this far along if your instructor didn't listen to you and literally take care of what you're saying. You wouldn't be here. It's about truth and how to deal with people the right way. It's about having a conversation so that ideas can pass. So now I've had this conversation, at least 3 points to this conversation even. Then I take them to my page. So if I'm just working the Leadstreams page because I don't have a PBS, great. If I have a PBS, I'm going to take them right to my biohacking page. Or if I'm presenting wine ambassador, right to my Find Wines page. They're going to be so much more open and ready to listen to an idea because you did that BRT than ever before. And now they watch that video. It's 23 minutes long. You're going to send them the welcome email that has your link to sign up, right? And that's all in the training that we do here. It's all in the training I'm going to walk you guys through even further. And then you get on the phone with them. Or I say on the phone. I'm on the phone with them while they watch the video. You know, the Bella Vita one's 23 minutes. And during that 23 minutes, I'm probably doing more marketing, trying to find the next person to set an appointment with. I work aggressively in marketing to help as many people as I want to help because I want to make an impact in the world. So if my priorities are appointments and doing BRTs and presentations through the BRT, that's number one. Number two is the activities such as marketing to create those opportunities and appointments, right? All the other things I do, that is also where that's money making, people helping activities. Everything else, social media, contacting, all the leads stuff we do, the 3 legs of marketing of, writing pages, that stuff I do secondary. That stuff I can do any time of the day that's not going to be impacting time that I could actually be having conversations. So during that 23 minutes, I have them on the phone, giving them the time because I'm giving them time now. I want to get them started now. If we don't make a choice and change now, it's not going to happen. And if it doesn't happen now, they're going to sure as heck have my opportunity to do it now so that they realize, man, that guy, Rory, was really being truthful with me and is there to help me. I need to go back to him. That's why I'm doing it. I'm going to give him the respect that I would have wanted. I'm going to treat him the way I want to be treated. It follows my core values and it works that way. I'm going to stay on the phone with them. I'm not going to tell them to call me back. And because I've presented things properly and I've had that conversation, they're going to watch that video instead of getting distracted. I want to share that idea. Out of respect and listening to them, I just want you to listen to my idea now. They listen to my idea and don't be shocked when they sign up. Don't expect it. I don't care what kind of background you came from and you came from a broken environment. Well, you're welcome to my environment. I'm going to show you how things work better. Expect it to work. because that conversation, that the skills and the understanding that allows for a better life is being, you guys are living it now. You're a part of it now. Expect it to happen. So, and then once they sign up, you're going to give them support and training, and you're going to follow up with them and plug them right into the same duplicatable process. And that's why I built Leadstreams, so that we had at least the one for Bella Vita. Now, if they come into wine, we already have that all set up. And we can teach them to do the exact same thing, and we put them right into V marketing. And if they're in wine or they're in Bella Vita and they see that we do other things, all good. Doesn't matter. They'll get it. And once they learn how to do the BRT and do the prospecting, they'll get why we have multiple streams of income. And they're going to be open to learn what we do as Triple R 247. Because they're going to be open and seeing this work, and it's going to make sense that, oh my gosh, I'm making money with this. I can make money with this. This community is great. Oh my gosh, I like it here. And they can open up to that as they're ready to, as they let their boundaries drop and let these ideas come in together and share what we already know is here. We don't have to throw up everything up front when they're not ready for it. The leads that we're talking to for B marketing, they're not ready for Triple R, or they would have gone through my process and came in. Understanding that in the perspective where I come from made me realize if I just focus on making this simple, we're all going to do better. And it's going to let me help more people. So I'm so glad you guys are here for that. So after you get done with this, it's just duplicating the same process. If they're in just, if they're doing Bella Vita, they don't need a block system, right? They're not part of Triple R yet. So this becomes their training platform, their presentation platform. Leadstreams.com becomes their home. And when they're ready for more, we can give them more. All right, I'm gonna go down the next part because it is, if you guys aren't excited with this next part, I'm gonna be really worried about your heart. So I'm gonna stop this right now, and we're gonna go down to the next part of the video, which is gonna show you the methods of working the leads. I'm gonna show you where that's at. So it's right here. We've already done this video, it'll be posted. This is the video we're doing right now, okay? And I got this Q&A, and right down here is where we're going to go, and I'm going to literally build it while I do the training video that you guys can watch. So you'll watch the video, but you're going to see me actually train it. This is where I'm going to open up amazing, amazing forward motion, what's more for you, and for those that really want to have a big impact helping a lot of people. And the more we help others get what they want to get, the more we get back. It's the universal way of things. And that's where, on a monetary gain, Rory says he's going to create millionaires, and Rory's creating millionaires. Well, how's that happening? And how's he able to make that happen for us? And how can that happen for me? I'm going to answer right there. See you in a second.